Look, I'll be honest. I don't love ads. You probably don't either. You've heard me mention this before. If this podcast has ever helped you exhale or given you a thought that you carried into the day, maybe the week or the month, there is a way to help keep it going that I would be ever so grateful. It's called Calm It Down Deeper. Inside, you will find daily morning affirmations every weekday, early access to episodes, and then just knowing that you are a part of what keeps this going. Yes, I have dreams for this. You have heard me talk about it, bringing on guests, live meditations, all the things. Right now, I'm traveling literally nonstop, and I'm in the process of recording an album, the new album, next month. So, but the truth is, it's just me, right? Like editing late nights, recording when the house is finally still, which is never. Trying as an artist and a husband and a dad. So if this podcast has given you any light, maybe this is your way to give some back. It would mean a lot. Head over to calmitdownpodcast.com and click on Deeper. And if today is not the right time, that's okay. You are still welcome here, always. Now, on with the program. Just a really quick mention, actually. I am playing some live shows this October 2025 for those late to the party that are hearing this a year later. If you're in Dublin, Amsterdam, or Hamburg, or just want a good excuse for a holiday to any of those beautiful cities, come see me. I would love to say hello in person. Details are at chadlawson.com. I hope to see you there. Okay, now, on with the show. No, really. I'm serious this time. It's on with the show. Everywhere you look, the message is the same. Be better. Do better. Heal faster. Read this book. Try this course. Fix that part of yourself. I mean, it sounds supportive, and sometimes it is, but often it's exhausting because underneath it all sets this unspoken rule. Who you are right now isn't enough. I'm Chad Lawson, and let's calm it down in 3, 2, 1. Because we live in this culture of self-improvement, right? A culture that worships progress, not just at work, not just in achievement, but in who we are. And there's always something to make better, right? To optimize, right? Your routine, your relationships, your mindset. And it's as if being human has become a never-ending project. And if you're not actively working on yourself, quote unquote, the whisper says that you're falling behind. Do you ever feel like this? Do you ever hear that whisper? Because this is when growth turns heavy. I mean, growth itself is good, right? Learning, healing, becoming more aware, these are real gifts. But when growth becomes a requirement, it changes. It turns from invitation to obligation, from curiosity to pressure, from I want to explore into I must fix. And that weight can be quite crushing, right? Because there's this hidden message in all of this. I mean, here's the hidden message under all of the self-help, okay? Who you are today doesn't deserve to rest. That's it. I mean, the books and courses never say it outright, but the subtext is actually quite clear. Keep working, keep fixing, keep digging, right? Until when? Until you reach a version of yourself that doesn't even exist? Because there's a cost. There's a cost in all of this. I mean, this constant push, it takes a toll. It leaves you restless, always searching, never arriving. It makes you feel guilty for not doing the work every moment of the day. It tells you that sitting still is laziness, when sometimes sitting still is the deepest healing of all. I mean, over time, it creates this quiet exhaustion, right? Not just tiredness in the body, but tiredness in the soul. So we then have to give ourselves permission to just be. Here is a different idea. What if the most healing thing isn't more effort, but more allowance? Not another book, not another checklist, not another shadow to analyze, just permission. Permission to be here exactly as you are. Because honestly, stillness matters. Because stillness is not the opposite of growth. I want to be clear with this. Stillness is actually where growth begins. I mean, if you think of soil resting between seasons, right? It's not producing, but yet it's not worthless. It's actually gathering strength. You don't have to be constantly working on yourself to be worthy. Sometimes the truest kind of progress is just giving yourself space to just simply exist, right? And so there's this gentle practice. Here, let me show you. I want you to try this week. When that voice says, we all hear it, you should be fixing something, I want you to pause. Take one slow breath and whisper to yourself, I'm allowed to be here exactly as I am. No striving, no checklist, just being. And then notice how that feels. Notice if like it softens anything within you. How does that moment of pause feel? Because here's the paradox. When you stop forcing growth often comes on its own. The insight arrives during a quiet walk, not a crowded seminar. The healing happens in laughter with a friend, not the 5th self-help book of the month. I mean, life has a way of shaping you, even when you stop shaping yourself. That's just how life works, but sometimes we have to give that permission to happen. So if you feel the pressure to always be improving, I want you to remember this. You don't need to earn your rest. You don't need to prove your worth by polishing every corner of yourself. You're human. And humans are not projects. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is just step off the treadmill of fixing and just allow yourself to be. Try it. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for living. And until next time, be kind to your mind. And join me again as we calm it down. To find more episodes of Calm It Down, see where I may be appearing in your area, or just simply want to know where to send me some chocolate chip cookies, visit calmitdownpodcast.com. This podcast was written and produced by yours truly, Chad Lawson, composer, pianist, and nationally recognized Sweet Tooth. The views, expressions, and techniques in this episode are of my personal opinion and not intended, nor should they, serve as a substitute for medical advice or diagnosis rendered to you by your individual doctor or other healthcare provider. Only a licensed physician should evaluate your situation, provide a diagnosis, or render other medical advice to you. And you should only act upon the advice of this physician. Now, I'm an extreme empath by nature, but my profession is that of a composer and pianist, not a licensed therapist or physician. I hear from thousands of listeners how my music has helped them through various stages of emotional needs, and I simply want to offer this in future podcast episodes to aid those needs. So to find a list of licensed professionals in your area, please visit calmitdownpodcast.com. And if you've enjoyed today's episode, please leave a review, or better yet, share it with a friend. While it takes less than 60 seconds to do, its impact will last for years to come, as every little bit helps in growing the awareness and the importance of mental and emotional health. Thank you for listening. Thank you for living. And until next time, be kind to your mind and join me again as we calm it down.